name is Nur Ashikin binti Karim.
Hi, my name is Nufara Afifa binti Othman.
My name is Nur Fatiha binti Muhammad Nasir.
My name is Puci Balkis binti Muhammad Ismail.
Before we go into more details of this chapter, first we must know the definition of customer. So customer is a person or company that receives, consumes, or buys products or services and can choose between different goods and suppliers. Customers are very important because they derive revenues. Without them, businesses cannot continue to exist. In order to grow a business or sustain a business, attracting new customers and maintaining customer relationship are very important.
There are several benefits of managing customers. First, to have a better client relationship. As we all know, customers are most obvious stakeholders group. The relationship that business build with the customer base will determine how successful the business is. The level of success will depend heavily upon how well they know each other. Better relationship can provide a better knowledge of customers. Knowledge of customers is very important as it can give you advantage in meeting the customer demand. For example, if you acknowledge that most of your customers love pastel color or flowery scarf, you can produce more as per your customer demands. Second, to improve ability to cross-selling and upselling of products. Cross-selling invite customers to buy related or complementary items. For example, a sales representative at an electronic retailer suggests that the customer purchasing a digital camera also buy a memory card. Upselling involves offering premium product to customer in the same category. For example, a customer is buying a new smartphone. The salesperson learned they use their phone to take picture of their family events and outings. So they suggest a phone with a higher end camera and more storage space that the customer was originally considering. So these two forms of selling helped staff in gaining a better understanding of their customers' needs. Next, increase revenue and profitability. By managing customers, a business can ensure that it prioritizes its resources and maintain highly active accounts. So there are strong connections between help your customers increase sales and profitable business. Besides that, a business can have ability to provide additional products and services to customers. A business can also introduce loyalty program to the current customer to facilitate higher customer retention ratio. The other benefit of managing customers is to help to discover new customers. A business can gain idea on how to attract more potential customers and conquer the market. New customers are an indication of future growth. However, growth is only essential if the existing customers are maintained appropriately even with the recruitment of new prospects. Moreover, happy customers will spread the word about the goods, products, and services they receive at a particular business. Last but not least, improve customer services. Customer service efficiency is measured by comparing turnaround time for serving issues raised by the customer as well as the number of services errors recorded due to misinformation. The organization may sometimes change level of services in provide reflect the customer importance of status. Feedback from customer is beneficial to a business. A better responsive and understanding among entrepreneurs lead to better customer service. Customers who are happy with the business will come back repeatedly, and of course they will choose to spend their money to your company instead of your competitors.
Do you know how to maintain good relationship with the customer? First, be pleasant. Second, communication. Third, exceed expectation. Fourth, feedback from customer. And last one is rewarding the customers. For the first one is be pleasant, which is treat customer with honestly, transparent, polite, and respectful manner. For example, by having customers who have the ability by being polite and have the soft skill to communicate well with the customer for any feedback or complaint from them. Second, communication. It is the key to maintain good relationship with the customer by trying to promote the product or services that we offer to the customer, by listening to their preferences and needs so that we are able to cater the demands for the product or services that we offer based on the customer preferences, and try to improve technology such as through online so that we can easily to stay connected with the customers. Third, exceed expectation. This is by continuing improving our product or services that we offer to the customer and try to impress the customer by ensuring the product or services can be well delivered to them to meet their expectation. Fourth, feedback from the customer. This helps the business to set up the strategy which could find the best solution to satisfy the customer's satisfaction. By having the feedback and listening to the customer's complaint, we could be better in serving them, which it could create customer loyalty. Hence, it could attract more potential customers to buy our product and services, which it could give advantage to our business to gain profit. Lastly, rewarding the customer, which is to give appreciation and express gratitude to the customer who loyal to our business. For example, WhatsApp, they give special discount for customers' birthday to their registered customer, which is they also give them reward and point for their purchase with them.
What is customer value? Customer value is a perception of a product or services to its worth customer versus the possible alternative. Basically, it's a level of satisfaction of customer towards our business. So we have 3 points here. Number 1 is the worth, number 2 is a possible alternative, and lastly is value. Worth means whether the customer feels the benefit and services is over what they paid for. Number 3 is the possible alternative, means that the customer may wanted to do the product instead of just purchasing. Lastly, value. Value in the business market is worth for a monetary term such as technical, economic, services, and social benefit in a customer in exchange for the price it pays in an offering market.
Now, I'm going to explain to you guys on how to create customer value. So, basically, before we want to create customer value, first we must understand the concept of customer value. This is because different customers has different perception on value. And value can change over time based on their income, based on their knowledge, based on their perception. And that is why it is very important for us to understand, for a company to understand what the customer think that is important for them in their buying decision. So first, we can create customer value by giving a price that make customer believe he is getting more than he pays in terms of the benefits compared to other competitive offers. You know, like when you buy a product and this product price is 5 ringgit with one benefit, while this product B is 5 ringgit also but with 2 benefits. So which one will you choose? It must be right. So that's how you create customer value. Second, you can create customer value by reducing the price or keeping the same price but giving something extra compared to other competitors. For example, maybe for service businesses, you can create something that a customer will think they are appreciated. For example, give better attention, give a good customer service, and maybe you can add some loyalty, some sort of loyalty programs, something like that. Third, making it convenient for a customer to buy and how he wants to buy and pay. For example, some customer value a very convenient shopping place for them to shop. They like to shop in a very well organized shopping place, a very friendly shopping place, for example. While some customers don't even care where they shop at, as long as they can get the products that they want or the services that they want. In terms of how customer wants to buy or pay in a convenient way, you know, like some customer, they like to pay using card, debit card, credit card, or some customer like to pay with cash, some customer like to pay with installment. So these three different types of payment actually can also create customer value. Fourth, you can create customer value through the image of the company, including the brand and trust in the company, or when the customer appreciates the value of the company, including sustainability. For example, you can create a value, a customer value, when you care for the environment and the customers trust your company because you actually care for the environment. Last but not least, we can create customer value by giving them a product that works as it is meant to be, as perceived by customer, and that is easy for them to use or to handle, so that there is no unnecessary energy or work that they have to do to use that product.
Customer benefit and cost can be defined in monetary and non-monetary terms. Other than value of money, it can also be in time, attention, reputation, privacy, and status. Customer value may increase when the benefit of the product increase and the cost is decreased. There is no effect on the customer value when both benefit and cost increase or decrease equally. If the company can offer low cost and provide something very valuable for the customers, in return, the customer gives something such as loyalty, which is valuable for the company. There are 4 types of customer benefit. First, product. The product benefit refer the benefit customer receive when using the product or services. Second, service. The service that received by the customer give good feedback and better experience will enhance and attract more customers. Third, personnel. It is when the personnel provide in any kind of assistance along the purchase process, such as provide good consultations. Last, image. It is represent the brand name and image of the company. The customer often enticed by the personality of the brand name and image. It is the result of consistency and quality output. There are 4 types of customer cost. First, monetary cost. Monetary cost is the price itself, the literal cost and maximum retail price but to purchase the product. Second, time. Time is valuable commodity. Customers to identify that the product brings them, they are more likely to internally link the benefit with the amount of time enjoying it. Third, energy. This refers to the energy spent in looking for a store in buying the product. In the process, the effort made by the customer is the energy cost incurred. Last, psychological. Customers believe that a product meets their expectations. If the benefit customer expect to receive is higher than the perceived cost, that product will have a positive customer perceived value.
So, what are the steps of customer's value? Basically, there are 5 steps of customer value. The first one is identify the major attributes and benefits customers value. Second, analyze the quantitative importance of the different attributes and benefits. Third, analyze the performance of the companies and competitors on the different customers' value against their rated performance. Fourth, examine the customers in a specific segment rate the company's performance against its main competitors on individual basis. And the last one, fifth, is monitor customers' value over time. For the first one, identify the major attributes and benefits customers value, which is by understanding the customer needs, preferences, and their mindset on what are important for them and the opportunities that we have to serve them. Second, analyze the quantitative importance of the different attributes and benefits. This is different customers have different attributes and benefits. So, the company should diversify the attributes based on different segments according to the customer's needs. Third, analyze the performance of the companies and its competitors on the different customers' value against their rated performance, which is different customers have different perception of value to be compared by the competitors. Therefore, every business should not only focusing on performance of the business itself. Instead, they should analyze their competitors' performance to know their rated performance to be compared by the competitors whether they are doing well on customers' perceptions or not. From this analysis, they could improvise their rate of performance. Fourth, examine the customers in a specific segment rate the company's performance against its main competitors on individual basis. This is by setting clear price to customer which give benefits to the customer while maximize the business profit to satisfy the customers. Since they are satisfied with us, they are willing to pay more to buy our product and services. And the last one, fifth, monitor customer value over time, which is by allocate investment toward the customers and segment that we can serve and will provide the greatest value in return to the business. This is by allocate growth capital to new product and try to find best solution to attract more customers. For example, the business should focus on the customer segment which give the greater return by improve the product for the profitable customer segment or invest in new technology to produce better product that we offer to the customers.
Customer Profitability Analysis, or CPA, is a tool from managerial accounting that shifts the focus from product line profitability to individual customer profitability. It is a method of looking at various activities and expenses incurred in servicing a particular customer. It focuses on analyzing the profit per customer rather than profit per product. According to Philip Kotler, a profitable customer is a person, household, or company that over time yields a revenue stream that exceeds by an acceptable amount of the company's cost stream of attracting, selling, and servicing the customer.
The purpose of customer profitability approach is to give an understanding to the companies or organization about the customer profitability. So grouping this information in a customer profitability segment and allows the company to take a different targeted action and strategies against each different segment. And at the end of it, to increase also the company's total profitability. When the companies know which segment is profitable and non-profitable, then they will take this valuable information and make a managerial decision towards the organization and improve on the organizational profitability.
Let's moving on with the advantages of customer profitability analysis. For the first one, improve profitability of the business by eliminating the non-profitable customer segment and try to maximize the sales of products and services to profitable customer segment. Second, understand the true cost of each customer segment by taking into account the non-production cost and determine the profitability. Sometimes the non-production cost can be more significant than the production cost. Third, help in identifying customer group who are lifetime value to the company and who are worth retaining or protecting. And the last one, improve strategic decision making by providing useful information for customers related decisions, including the pricing, discounting, and marketing decisions. So, we have discussed about the advantages of customer profitability analysis. Now, let's take a look on the disadvantages of customer profitability analysis. First, accurate estimation of customer segmental revenue and cost cannot be produced. This is because the company may not have enough data to capture the system. Second, difficulty in calculating the cost attributable to each segment, which is by implementing the ABC method, which it is often challenging to many companies. Third, it may overlook the combination of the product or services purchased by the customer. This is because the customer profitability also depends on the needs of the product that the customer bought. But customer profitability analysis only use on the specific product and it tends to to overlook the impact of sale of other products to the customers. And lastly, annual profitability may not be representative of the lifetime value. This is because the cost of attracting and retaining customers should be compared with the lifetime earning and not just with the customer's annual earning.
There are two key developments of CPA or Customer Profitability Analysis. They are advances in information technology and managing customer value. So, how advances in information technology become the key development of CPA? It is because advances in information technology allow companies to improve in the quality or quantity of information concerning the customer profitability, which include the revenue, cost, retention, and lifetime value. Besides that, having advancement in information technology can also provide detailed information and analysis on the individual customer or groups of customers. Next, managing customer value. So, customer profitability analysis now include analyzing customer lifetime value and impact, as well as managing profitability through analysis of customer segments and margins. So, customer lifetime value actually look at the profitability of the customer over their lifetime.
Application customer profitability approach. There are 6 steps. Step number 1, determine the customer segment. Step number 2, determine or calculate the revenue for each segment. Step number 3, do not forget to determine the cost for each segment. Step number 4, analyze the profitable and non-profitable segment. Step number 5, don't forget to develop new strategies. And lastly, review the new strategies. Step number 1, identify the customer segment. So we have 2 types of approach. The first one is demographic and the second one is psychographic segmentation. But in our case, we are going to choose demographic segmentation because we are going to measure and identify the customer segment by age. And the food industry that we are going to choose is the tea life. Step number 2, we are going to identify and calculate the revenue attributable to each segment. So from there, we can know which segment is profitable, less profitable, and non-profitable. And the revenue must be deducted by cost of sale and you will get the gross profit. But do not forget to deduct any of the costs which will be shown in the step 3. So, Ashikin, can you explain to them about the cost?
Thank you, Putri. Now, for step 3 is to determine the cost attributable to each segment. So, in this step, you can use ABC method to assign the indirect costs or the overhead such as salaries and utilities to the products or services. The annual cost is calculated per segment. We had applied this step based on the illustration of tea life business, which we had analyzed the overhead and indirect costs incurred, which consists of ordering costs, sales and distribution costs, marketing costs, and customer service costs for the product. All of these costs will be allocated by using ABC method to calculate the activity rate for each customer, as you can see in the table. The activity rate for each of these activities will be further discussed in step 4 to calculate the total cost of these activities for each customer segments. Next is step 4. So step 4 is the step where you have to analyze the profitable versus the less profitable or unprofitable customer segments. In this step, there are 4 important things that you have to consider when you analyze the customer segments. They are retain, monitor, transform, and replace. When the company analyzed the customer segments and decided to retain that customer segment, this means that the company should look into the possibility of increasing business relations with those customers. On the other hand, monitor means all these customer segments need to be solely monitored and to ensure that they don't fall into non-target and unprofitable segment. In this step, if the organization wants to transform the customer segment, then the organization should employ different strategies to make these customers into profitable segment or at least to break-even point. Last but not least, replace is when the organization should cease efforts into developing this customer segment. Now, let's look at the illustration of T-Life. Based on the activity rate that we have calculated using ABC method in step 3 earlier, we multiply the rate with numbers of customers of each segment to get the overhead and indirect cost for each segment. As you can see in the table, after deducting all the indirect costs, we can get the net profit for each customer segment. As you can see in the table, age 21 to 30 years old contribute the highest profit at 54%, and this indicates the most profitable customer segments, and then followed by age 13 to 20 years old with 41%, the second highest customer segment, and then age 31 to 45 years old shows less profitable customer segment with profit at 8% only, and last but not least, age above 45 years old shows non-profitable customer segment as it incurred losses. So now I will pass to Nur Fatiha to continue explain on step 5. So Fatiha, please continue.
Thank you, Nur Arshikin, for your explanation on step 4. Now, let's moving on to the step 5, which is develop strategy to maximize the profitability. So basically, in this step, we will develop the strategy for the profitable customer segment and also the least profitable or non-profitable customer segment. So for the first one, profitable customer segment. In this step, we will try to develop how we could improve the relationship between the business and customer through the customer retention and loyalty program. For the second one, for the least or non-profitable customer, we have 2 methods, which is by elimination and re-engineering. For elimination, we try to cease to supply the product or services to the customer, for example, by increasing the price. For re-engineering, we try to turn the least profitable customer segment or non-profitable customer segment into the profitable one by either increasing the revenues or decreasing the cost attributable to the customer segment. For example, by charging additional fees for services or using differential prices according to the customer segment, which is the price will be set up according to the customer ability to pay the product and services. Now, let's moving on to the applications on this step based on the example that has been explained by Ashikin just now. So basically, we have analyzed the profitable customer segment, the less profitable customer segment, and also the non-profitable customer segment. For the first one, for the most profitable customer segment, which fall at age of 13 years old to 30 years old. Basically, this customer segment provide high contribution to the business. So we will try to increase the sales by increase the marketing strategies and also create loyalty program to attract more customers to buy the tea life product. Second, for the non-profitable customer segment, which is at age of above 45 years old. So based on the example and illustration given, this customer segment incurred loss amounted to 831 ringgit. So basically, we have analyzed the reason why this customer segment is not profitable. This is because the customer who fall in this age is considered as golden oldies, and also many customers who fall in this age might have diabetes, so they may not interested to any sweet drink as they tend to prefer non-sweet drink, which is it is good for their health. So action that we choose is by elimination, which is discontinued marketing to this customers group as it is not profitable to the business, and we will start to focus to produce drink to the profitable customer segment and start focusing to create drink for this customer segment. Third, for the less profitable customer segment, which fall at age of 31 to 45 years old. So basically, this customer segment provide less profit to the business. So we had analyzed the reason why this customer segment contribute less profit. It is because maybe they do not interested in trying the new flavor that we offered to them. This is because maybe the product that we serve might not suitable for their taste and preferences, as they tend to prefer less sweet drink and basic flavor, and also maybe it is because less promotion to this customer segment. Action that we choose is by re-engineering, which is we will try to differentiate the product strategy by introducing new drink which much more suitable for this customer segment preferences, and also we will diversify our promotion to the customer segment, and this it will increase the revenue for this customer segment. Now I will pass to Farah Afifah to explain on step 6.
Thank you, Nur Fatiha. Now I will proceed with step 6, review new strategies. We need to review the impact of the new strategy or the performance of the customer segment. The implementation of a new strategy, for example, changes in pricing, cost reduction, or customer services, should be reviewed after an appropriate period to determine the impact on customer profitability. So here are the comparison performance of the customer segment after implement the new strategy by eliminating segment above age of 45 and re-engineering segment age of 31 to 45. So a review on the impact, as per picture here, it can be shown that by implementing re-engineering for segment age of 31 to 45 and by eliminating segment of age 45, there is significant increase on the performance of segment age of 31 to 45 at 16%, which previously at 8%. Segment of age 21 to 30 still maintain the highest profitable segment at 47%, followed by segment age of 13 to 20 at 37%. Both indicated increase in the net profit compared to previous year. Customer lifetime value. Customer lifetime value can be defined as a value generated by a customer over the lifetime of a customer relationship to a company. This concept recognizes that the annual profitability of a customer group will vary from year to year. To calculate the customer lifetime value, companies need to make judgment about the duration of the company relationship with the customers. This includes the likelihood, frequency, and amount of expected purchases over the lifetime of the customer.
Do you know how to boost customer value life? Basically, there are 4 ways or techniques to boost the customer value life. First, create rewards program. Second, offer free gifts for doing business to build brand loyalty. Third, use upsell to increase the total value of a customer transaction. 4. Set expectation regarding delivery dates by aiming to underpromise and overdeliver. For the first one, create rewards program. This is to encourage repeat purchase with rewards that are both attainable and desirable by the customer. For example, by giving voucher to the customer who have collected enough points. Second, offer freebies to build brand loyalty. This is by offering free sample for the new product and services to the customer in order for them to get familiar with the product and services brand that we are offering. Third, use upsells to increase the total value of customers' transaction. So, what is upsell? Upsell is used to encourage customers to buy and invest more to our product and services than what they are actually wanting to buy. For example, by creating promotion such as buy two will get half price for the second product. At the first place, the customer might want to buy only one product, but by having this kind of promotion, they might change their mind and buy two products because they can get half price for the second product. Lastly, set expectation regarding the delivery dates by aiming under promise and over-deliver. For example, such as Shopee. Shopee provides expectation last day for customer to receive their product, but actually the product could be delivered to them earlier than the expected date given. Therefore, the business has exceeded the customer's expectations and customer will feel very happy, which it could create long-lasting customer value life.
Now, I'm going to share with you guys two real cases on implementation of CPA. The first one is First Union Corporation and second one is Federal Express. First Union Corporation. First Union Corporation was the sixth largest bank in the United States. They handles about 45 million calls per year. They have a centers computer system which is called Instinct. So this computer system Instinct can determine the ranking of the customer from profitable to unprofitable customer just in 15 seconds. So the center's computer system, which is called Instinct, will rank the customer or assess the profitability of the customer based on their minimum balance, account activity, branch visit and other variables. Then at the service desk, the computer will display three colors which are red, green or yellow to signify the customer's profitability rating. Then when the customer requests for lower credit card interest or waiver of account service fees, the service representative will be able to respond quickly based on the customer's rating. So that's how First Union Corporation apply customer profitability analysis on their business. So now for Federal Express. So at Federal Express, for example, customers who spend a lot of money but demand little customer service and marketing investment are treated differently than those who spend just as much but cost more to maintain. So the company has no longer market aggressively to the customer who spend little and show no sign of spending more in the future. This strategy has substantially reduced their costs. FedEx has also analyzed the profitability of 30 large customers that generated about 10% of the total sales volume. And then they found that certain customers, including those who require a lot of residential deliveries, are not bringing in as much revenue as they had agreed initially when they negotiated the discounted rates. Then the company decided to increase the rates for some customers, and they also lost some customers who do not agree at the increasing rates. So that's how Federal Express applied CPA, or Customer Profitability Analysis, in their business. They focus on customers that bring more profitability and reduce the cost of the marketing to those who are not profitable, who are not more profitable or less profitable.
The challenges of customer profitability analysis techniques are: first, implementation of traditional costing system before activity-based costing (ABC) technique being adopted. It is limited use to provide information needed by the company. Next, rarely focus on customer profitability since it is traditional costing system. It also ignores costs which are predominantly customer driven. Example, sales, customer service, and delivery costs. Second, unwilling to change. The organization did not alert of new management accounting technique. They also no need to develop new technique to deal with changing environment because they are in their comfort zone. Last but not least, future profitability analysis take multiple time horizon. The importance of having a long-term perspective in business decision is frequently emphasized. For example, brand manager need a long-term perspective because some brand can persist for many years, such as F&N, Coca-Cola, and Pepsi.
So, let's moving on with the customer performance measure. What is customer performance measure? Basically, customer performance measure is a business approach to measure the performance of the business in terms of their customers. This is very important to create relationship between the company and the customer, which it will help to determine customer loyalty to the brand that we are offered and what the future will entail with them.
Approach to measure the customer performance. This is to measure the business performance in the terms of the customer. So we have several ways to measure the performance of the customer. So number 1 is the market share. Number 2, customer acquisition. Number 3, customer profitability. Number 4, customer satisfaction. And number 5, customer retention. Market share refers to the proportion of an organization's sales to total industry sales. For example, the proportion of the business to major retailers compared with total industry sales to those retailers. And lastly, changes in a business market share on each quarter. Customer acquisition. This refers to the rate of how the organization attracts and wins the new customer. So, for example, number 1, they have a number of new customers. Secondly, total sales to a new customer. And lastly, sales of a new customer that gives a proportion to the total of sales. Customer profitability. This refers to a profit attributable to a customer or a customer group. For example, in a quarter, there is changes in a customer profitability, or they might lose a proportion of the customer compared to the profitability customer. Customer satisfaction refers to the rate of the specific criteria. For example, how they address the level of the satisfaction about the products or the services that the business provided to them. Customer retention. So basically, customer retention refers to a rate of how the business maintain and retain an ongoing relationship with the existing customer. For example, the number of loyal customer, the number of the existing customer, and the number of sales of the existing customer that contribute to the total sales.
Now it is time for quiz.